Hello there, welcome back. This is episode 5? Episode 4, not sure. One of those two episodes anyway. I hope you enjoyed my little time lapse at the start. As you can see, I have replaced the old bamboo farm with this new and slightly improved. I've made some slight improvements to the old bamboo farm. And hopefully this one will not waste as many bamboo as the last one did. Now, I think I'm going to add another couple of bays to this. Because I don't think this is going to be anywhere near enough bamboo for what I'm really after. In other news, I did make a relatively big mistake over here with my copper. Now, I understand that you space copper out. Usually you kind of do it in grid patterns, something like this, to age your copper, right? But I thought, well, I don't need it, and to be fair, I still don't need it now. But what I failed to understand was, if lightning strikes copper, it removes the oxidization. And... hello? What are you doing? Hello? What? Why does he not care about me? Hello? Get back in the water. That was weird. What was he after? Anyway. So, it turns out if lightning strikes copper, it deoxidizes it. And I thought, oh hey, to stop the lightning from hitting all of my stuff, let's just put a lightning rod here, right on top of this copper that I was trying to oxidize. So, it's barely oxidized at all. And it took me a while to realize exactly what was going on. But now that I know, maybe I'll just remove that from there. And... maybe I'll just take this wall down. It's kind of an eyesore. Yeah, that definitely looks a little better. Very good. So, what's on the agenda today? I was thinking... I don't know. Yeah, I just don't know. Maybe I'll go and have a look at my chests. Wow. Such amazing chests. Maybe I'll look at the hoppers. Ooh. That is definitely a nice row of hoppers. I'll just go check if that fire's hot. I've got to make sure it's... ooh, yeah, I can feel it through the glass. Wow, it's toasty. Surprised the glass isn't red hot. Oh, maybe I'll take Skelly for a ride. Wow, so quick. No. Today we're going to build some more farms, because, well, that's kind of what I need. More than anything, just need farms. So, what else do I have to make? Maybe we should organize this, and let's make some signs. Let's build a wall. So, first farm. Mob. Farm. Done. Second farm. Bamboo farm in progress, because I'm definitely going to add some more layers to that. Iron farm. Done. What's next? How about a cobblestone generator? This will mean that I won't need to go mining for cobblestone, and it will make my life a lot simpler. Not sure if I'll start this one today though, because I I'll need a TNT duplicator, and for that I need to go and find a coral biome. And I don't think I've passed one of those so far. So maybe I'll go for a bit of an adventure at some point, but for now let's put that one on hold and we'll come back to it a little bit later. Not only do I need a cobble generator, but I also need something that's going to allow me to make a lot of stone. And I also want coloured blocks, a dye farm, and then we can get a wool farm. So I'm going to start with these two. And maybe I'll add some more to this while I'm in the process. Maybe I won't. We'll see. And then I also need to get work done on villages. Because I really want to get some of those blacksmiths and those kinds of things. Ones that will give me blocks that I can use. And then I could just barter for a bunch of different blocks that I otherwise wouldn't be able to get. Maybe some of the harder ones. I'm not sure if they do blackstone, things like that, but it'd be really nice to be able to barter for that and not have to go to the nether and mine it. So I think those are the plans at the moment. Let me get some stuff ready. And we'll get cracking. Okay, forget everything I just said. Wait, where is my gear gone? I thought I had more diamond gear than that. Maybe not. I don't know. Forget everything I just said, unless I said something about working on my villages, because that's what I'm going to do. I've laid down a couple of floor plans, a couple of little buildings, and I don't know what this square is. It's not going to be a square, and it's probably going to be a bit bigger than that. But I want a central hall that I can finally do something with my villages. You see, I'm a little bit of a distance away, but I think this is close enough. It's not going to be too much of a problem to get a couple of villages over. Especially if I just set up a rail line. This is where I want to start building more of like my base. My non-industrial district. I want them to be close, but not so close that I can't actually get away from my industrial district, but close enough that I don't need to make nether portals to get back and forth. Now, I have already been mining for a few resources that I want to use to start making these, and I think I'm going to make these themed. So I want to make it appear as if there's a building for all types of villages. So we'll have a blacksmith, something like a wizard hut, something like that, and Fletchers, things like that. I'll make it all hopefully make sense and tie in with whatever this is going to be. Again, I think this is just a outline, and now that I'm looking at it from a distance, it definitely doesn't seem big enough. So it's probably going to be much bigger than that. But this will be kind of like a central town hall, maybe. And I'm going to plot some houses around the outsides. If I come up onto this vantage point, you can see I've got 2 already. And I'll probably put another one somewhere over here, one over there, somewhere over there, and maybe a couple more down on this side of the hill. And because that's probably not going to be enough, maybe I will spread them out up there. That way they're kind of visible and they're overlooking everything. At the moment, I have 4 shulker boxes full of items. These items are nowhere near enough for me to start building, so I'm just going to keep getting more items, get this copper oxidized, because I'm definitely going to use some of this, and I'll see you when it's done. It's been fairly productive so far. I have 1 building for blacksmith, or at least I think this is going to be for the blacksmith. There's nothing on the inside. It's all completely empty, because I'm lazy, that's why. And he has a neighbour. I've built a building for the potion makers. I'm not sure what they're actually called. And again, this building is empty. But I like it. I like them both so far. This one I built up, tore down, and then built up again because I wasn't happy with the first design. But I'm definitely a lot happier with this one. It could still be better, but I'm gonna leave it like that anyway. I'm not very good at building stuff, but I'm at least gonna give it a go. I did get a little bit over building the smaller houses, and I've started building what will be essentially the town hall. This is where I'm going to put all of my villages, and I'm going to have it four-sided symmetrical, so each four sides are going to look the same. At the moment I'm just putting up the foundational blocks. I think the deep slate is going to be my foundational block, and then I'm going to add some textures and some details to the outside of the build, kind of like I have in this corner, but a little bit different. And then I'm going to get to building the interior, which I don't think the interior is going to be fancy. I think for the most part it's just going to be usable. I'm going to have an entrance on all four sides, and that's going to mean that the usable space on at least the first level is probably not going to be that great, since I'll really only have the corners. But I'm thinking I'll make each corner specifically for one type of villager, and I'm going to have a couple of layers to this as well, and I think on those other layers I'm also going to do the same thing. I want it to be really easy to access, so I'm going to put these kind of big circle windows on the second story as well. That way, instead of having to walk through it and walk up a bunch of stairs, I can just fly through to wherever I need to go. And that should make villager trading far more efficient. Oh, hello there. What are they doing? Are they cuddling? Oh, more people are joining. Oh, it's a big group cuddle. Oh, how wholesome. Meanwhile, while I'm building that, I'm going to keep coming over here periodically and farming up my cows a little bit. This is just going to give me a bit more food, and eventually I will make a chicken farm. And that's where I'm going to get most of my food from. They have been laying eggs, and I have been capturing the eggs and holding on to them. So eventually I'll make a chicken farm, and then I can have some cooked chicken whenever I need. For now, let's get into a bit of a time lapse and see how this build goes. By the way, I am absolutely winging this one, so I don't know how it's going to turn out. It could be really bad, but let's see. I've got a little bit going here, and I think it's starting to look okay. I definitely do like the corner bits, and I might keep them going up a little bit further. The steps might have to change a little bit. I might add some more detail around these, but otherwise I'm pretty happy with it. I'm going to keep building up a little bit. Originally I had my doors down at the bottom level, but I decided that actually wasn't where I wanted the bottom floor to be. So the bottom floor is the ground level, essentially, or the first floor, depending on where in the world you're from. It's going to start here. This is going to be it. And so I'm going to have all of this stuff underneath, which basically isn't going to be used unless I somehow think of something to put there. If I don't, I'm not too worried. But in the future, there's space, and it's there for me to use if I decide to use it. So I'm going to keep building this up. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to decide what other blocks I want to put through here. Because it's not just going to be cobbled deep slate. I'm going to have to add some other stuff to it, just to make it pop a little bit more. Okay, let's get back into it. So I have a bit of a problem, mainly that I don't have the blocks that I want. I kind of want to get some prismarine or sea lanterns to fill in these little spots right there, and I don't have that. I also want to put a strip up across the top here, but yeah, I don't have a farm for that yet. So I've already found an ocean monument. It's somewhere over that way, about 1,500 blocks away. And I'm gonna spend a little bit of time just getting an ocean monument set up so that I've got the resources that I need. So I'm gonna do that really fast. So there was a slight problem. If you'll just follow me. You see, I thought that I could easily make a guardian farm. I thought, I don't need help from the internet. I can just design one and make one myself. As any good Minecrafter should be able to do. Well, it turns out that I'm not a good Minecrafter. I'm not even slightly good at Minecraft. So, I wasted a whole bunch of time. And just let me show you what happened. You see, huh? So, this is what I had. I took over this monument, and then I thought it was a really good idea to stick soul sand basically over the entire thing, and luckily I didn't quite get to halfway before I realized that I didn't really have a way to funnel the guardians into any kind of kill chamber with this method, which kind of meant that the whole thing was a little bit pointless. Yeah, my guardians are floating on top, but no, I don't have a way to kill them, so their loot's just kind of floating there now. Luckily, there was a second ocean monument just a little bit further away, so I didn't have to clean up the mess that I made on this one. Instead, I just decided to go and take out the next 3 Elder Guardians and make my farm here instead. And this is what I have. And you know what? It functions. It's really simple. It's a nice, simple design. It meant that I didn't have to take the Guardian's ocean monument away. And now I have free Guardian loot to go around. There were a few hiccups with this one, of course, as there are with basically every single thing that I build, because I never watch tutorials properly. So what should have been a maybe 1 hour, 2 hour build turns into about a 3 hour build with 2 hours of trying to fix what I'd broken. The moral of that story is, of course, if you're gonna follow a guide, just follow it. Don't stray from the path. Just follow the guide. I mean, unless you're really good at Minecraft, then you should do what you want. Don't let me tell you what to do. Do what you want. This was a build tutorial that I found from Logical Geek Boy. So I will attempt to remember to put the video link in the description, just in case anyone else wants to do it. Which brings me on to the more positive news, and that is that I now have sea lanterns. You see, I still have a stack of sea lanterns in my inventory, and I've gone back to building. So hopefully I will have a functional town hall for my villagers very soon. Let's go have a look where I'm up to. From a distance, it doesn't look too bad. I may have gone a little bit too hard on the red, but look, I really like it. I'm definitely going to change the door up a little bit. I'm not super happy with the tough. I might make it the stone slab, whatever that block is, instead. And this is just a, air quotes, temporary window, just as a placeholder, because I do want something there that I can easily get in and out, so that I can get to the second floor without having to go to the first floor and then go there. I'm going to start off really quickly and making a dye farm, and I'm just hoping that over here there's enough flower variation that I can put it within my industrial district.
But if I can't, it's not too much of a problem. It's honestly, it's going to be something that I use very little anyway. And if I have to fly to it because I want specific flowers or something like that, then it's really not going to be a problem. The hardest part will be remembering where I left it. Here we are again. I've finished my dye farm. You can see, no, you can't see because none of my shulker boxes are appearing. Where all of those shadows are, I've got a series of shulker boxes, all with different colours to denote the dyes that I now currently have. I also decided that since I have those dyes, I removed my sheep farm, which was right there, and I'm going to make a new one with all of the dye colours because why not get that resource going while I still have a chance? I also mined about 5 or 6 shulker boxes worth of sand, and I'm going to go and get some gravel as well. That way I can make my first batch of concrete, and then of course what goes well with concrete? A concrete generator. Yep, that's right, gonna make a concrete generator to turn that concrete powder into concrete blocks. And then I'm gonna start working on the interior of this. But for now, I'm gonna leave you here. I'm gonna start mining all of this quartz and get some resources ready for both my sheep farm and also for the concrete generator. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.